Hello Taurus, welcome to your 2021 Release and Receive with me, Cindy. We are going to look into Taurus, my bovine babies, for the release for 2021. What energy, circumstances, cycle will you be releasing in 2021 or completing? It could be something that you're kind of dealing with now and it's coming to its completion into 2021. And then what are you going to be receiving? What are you going to be taking on? What are you going to be moving towards as the new year progresses? So I'm starting with my energy oracle deck. And I'm going to pull out, the very first card I pull out is going to be the overall energy of 2021 for you. Like, what is the overall energy? And then I'm going to keep developing that with this deck for your release and receive. But then I'm going to go to the Moonology deck, and we're going to pull out a card to represent the most significant emotional moment cycle for you in 2021. And when I say most significant, it does seem to be kind of relating a bit to the overall energy of what the year is going to be for you, sort of in terms of theme, or maybe how you're feeling or what you're working through. Now, there is an extended at the end of this, and the link is at the top of the description. I do want to say, though, for this reading, the extended is like a completely different reading. It's a success spread for 2021. So if you're interested in that, you can go there. It'll take you to the Vimeo account. But I do want to stress that, like, this is a complete reading. So I don't, I think 2020 has been stressful enough that I don't want to leave anyone hanging like, oh, I gotta go to the extended and see what's, this is going to have lots of information in it for you moving forward into 2021. So as I said, yeah, if you're interested in the success spread for 2021, that link is at the top of the description of this video. So Taurus, let's get started. I still have my orthodontic appliance in my mouth. And I don't know, I got kind of cold. I was outside talking with a friend for a little while. I'm sort of chilled, and I don't know if my mouth is frozen because I feel like I'm struggling a bit with my mouthpiece right now, and I wasn't prior to that, so bear with me. All right, Taurus. Wow, you have two cards that came out. Your overall energy towards 2021, action and contract. Oh, this is definitely any, I'm getting to like any lack of movement that you've experienced in 2020 that's had to do with karmic cycles, work contracts, any sort of contract, like any sort of commitment that you have or have had with others. This is also, I'm really feeling like just karmic energy, like taking action where action was not taken before. 2021 is going to be about movement and action for you. These contracts, I feel like too, you're going to be coming into a lot of new contracts, a lot of new soulmate contracts. Like, you're going to be meeting new people. You're going to be moving towards these new connections in life. You may be closing some off as well, but it really feels like the way these two cards are sitting, like coming into them, like coming into some sort of new connections with people. It feels very social. This is the best way I can describe it. It feels somehow like, intuitively reading these cards, I'm feeling like a very social, like really moving towards social contracts for you. That's an interesting theme, huh? Okay, so the release and the receive. The release. Woman holding a coin. This is like the Queen of Pentacles. You could be, let me see. Let me see what the receive is. Let's see where this is going for you. I mean, you got two cards for the receive. Very cheeky. Oh, boy. Your receive is the fourth chakra and envy. I can feel right now that we're going to have to pull out a lot of clarifying cards just for your oracle cards. Okay, some of you, this feels very much like releasing a past connection, because the woman holding the coin is, can be a wife, a mother, it can be someone that you associate with nurturing energy. And it could be you too. Being like kind of pentacle energy, this could definitely be you. Kind of releasing yourself. You might be releasing yourself from some sort of burdensome commitments, but I do see you racing towards new ones. I don't know if racing is the right word, but definitely there's momentum. There's momentum in 2021 for you, but releasing something quite significant. For some of you, I feel like it could be like a partnership, a committed relationship with a contract and the woman holding the coin. But then the receive is really interesting. It's the fourth chakra and envy. I'm not even gonna let that sit for very long. I'm gonna pull clarifiers out on that right now. I still have more cards to do, like more oracle cards. Yeah, I'm definitely cold. I gotta chill out there. Maybe two. No, I don't want to put that on the energy of your reading. I'm just cold. I don't think it has anything to do with you. And the fourth chakra. Ooh, Hierophant. You guys are releasing a connection here. But there's some envy associated with this. You guys might be in a situation where, okay, because we have the fourth chakra and envy with the Hierophant and the other cards that have come out, I think some of you guys are in a legal way ending some sort of a committed relationship here. With the Hierophant, I mean, it could be work. It could be a work connection for you. It could be a marriage. It could be something too, if you've been in some sort of a relationship with living together with someone. And I want to say it doesn't necessarily have to be romantic. It can be platonic, or it can be with another relative. There's definitely, it's like your release is kind of freeing you. The release is freeing you, but I'm feeling like you don't necessarily want the release, because there's your fourth chakra. You are opening up your heart chakra, but there is some envy here that's playing out with the Hierophant card. I almost feel like this is one of those readings where I need to pull all the cards out and really look at it, because I'm getting like double messages. Two being this is your card as well. There might be the projection of envy towards you by other people. And because this is such, delicate information that's coming forward, I want to get all the cards out. So let's do that. I'm going to pull out all the cards, and then we're going to look at this more holistically as opposed to here, here, and here. So the most significant emotional moment for you in 2021, the most significant emotional moment or cycle for Taurus. Wow, a new romantic cycle begins. New moon in Libra. I'm telling you, you guys are leaving something. Yours here to me is very much kind of romantic. Doesn't have to be, but it is the most significant. There's going to be other things obviously going on in your life in 2021. But what's coming out in this reading right now with these cards is there definitely, I feel like some past romantic connection ending, but a new one beginning for you. So let's go to, now I go to my L-Key Oracle deck. I'm going to ask, like, why this release and why this receive? And the answer based on these cards right here. Why this release? Why this release? Woman holding the coin. Why this release for Taurus? She who avenges, revenge, outcomes, and justice. Something is being corrected karmically. Do you want to say that? There is so many scales here, guys. It's crazy. You have 3 cards now in this reading that have the scales. There is definitely some, 2021 is all about the correction of karmic balance, physical, contractual balances in your life. Real physical, like this is real physical stuff playing out for you, as well as on the spiritual, I get with the action, as well as on the spiritual level for you. So why the receive? Why the receive for Taurus? Why this receive for Taurus? We got one that's face up, and that's all we need. She who frees, liberation, unrestrained freedom. You guys you're going somewhere, and you're leaving something behind. I'm going to keep going here. There's something about this envy card that I can't quite fully realize. Like, it feels like there is something that you might be envious about, but boy, I feel like there's also the possibility of envy projected towards you. Perhaps because you free yourself from something that has held you back, or you're moving forward into a new karmic cycle for yourself. Other people who are perhaps still stuck or in karmic cycles that they're still trying to clear up or have lessons to continue learning in may have some envy towards you. You may be receiving envy. You may be receiving envy because everything here is pretty good, right? Like, this is all pretty good, but there's this odd energy of envy that sits in between. Okay, so I'm going to pull out tarot cards now to give us more information. Definitely, yeah, I would define... Oh, I'm sorry, and I said that you have 3 cards with the scales of justice. This doesn't actually have a depiction of that, but it has the word justice on it. So that's kind of what I meant, that you have 3 cards with justice. Wow. Whew, Judgment and the Well is at the bottom. Yeah, you guys are having a full rebirth. 2021 is a full-on rebirth for you guys, Taurus. I'd be curious to kind of see what, and this can apply for Taurus, Sun, Moon, Rising, maybe even Venus. Like, there's, with the heart chakra and the Hierophant, you end with the Empress over here too. There's definitely a rebirth for you. I would be, what I was going to say is I'd be really curious just to know, like, sort of planetary alignments. I'm not a big astrologer. I'm a tarot reader, and I organize you guys into groups for your zodiacs. But there's definitely, like, a very, very strong, powerful theme that is coming out for your 2021 here, and it continues to be centered around moving away from old karmic cycles, closing those off. And I want to say with the scales of justice, you are closing those off both in the 3-dimensional as well as in the spiritual. So I'm also getting this visual of, you know, you've heard of like cord cutting, where there's been attachments. Like, it really feels like there's cord cutting going on here. There's endings. There's a bit of anxiety. But after the anxiety, like, you come out in a very glorious energy here. Like, a very powerful, glorious energy. And it is the well, I feel like, is alchemizing energy and starting to create potions. You know, like the way you're just living your life and making choices and decisions change energy around you to have a rebirth here. Like you were going into, the theme of your 2020 is like a rebirth. You're shedding off the old and getting comfortable in the new skin. So for the release, we have the Knight of Swords, the Page of Wands, the King of Pentacles, and the Chariot. The release. For a lot of you, I feel like there's definitely some sort of a release of a karmic partner. Like some sort of a karmic partner here. We have really the King and Queen of Pentacles, and it's being released, and there's justice all around. With the Knight of Swords too, I feel like this is going to be quick. I feel like your release will happen very quickly here with the Knight of Swords and the Chariot on either end of it. I don't feel a lot of obstacles in your release. There's like really nothing but movement in your release here. There's nothing but movement. There's so much movement. The Knight of Swords, the Chariot, the Action card. If you guys have been feeling stuck in 2020, it's going to change big time for you in 2021. And I don't know how soon that change is going to happen, but at some point in 2021, things are going to be moving for you very quickly. If, you know, I almost getting the energy of your reading right here. It reminds me of, it's almost a depiction of all the energy that's been contracted over such a period of time. You're literally about to explode it out. As soon as things are in alignment, you are exploding out with this energy. You are ending karmic contracts, soul contracts, but you are going into new ones. The most significant emotional moment for you is some sort of new romantic cycle that begins in 2021. That is the most significant emotional moment for you. There is a new romantic cycle that will begin for you. So in the receive, well, look, you've got the 4th chakra, the heart chakra being open. I'm going to push envy to the side for a second. And then you have the Hierophant and She Who Frees, liberation, unrestrained freedom. If you are coming out of a karmic connection here, and you are going into another new romantic cycle in 2021, I feel that the new romantic cycle that you're going into is a very free and powerful cycle. It's not one that feels suppressive. And it's not, I don't think it's one that brings I don't think it's what brings the anxiety. I will pull the card for the 9 of Swords for you. And I'm gonna, let's look right on, let's look at envy in the face right now. And let's just get a full-on message about the envy. It does seem like you're going into some sort of very freeing and heartwarming new cycle. So I could see that there might be some envy around you regarding that. Can you give Taurus clarification on the envy card? Clarification on the envy card for Taurus. Clarification for the envy card for Taurus. The Queen of Wands, the Moon, and the Tower. There's something here that's not being fully expressed with the Moon and the Tower. There's definitely some sort of very dramatic, unknown change that's going to occur for you in 2021. But with the Queen of Wands, it feels like you are going to be like really looking your best and feeling your best and living your best here. That could be, that is producing some unknown energy that you are moving towards. And because you're looking your best, feeling your best, taking control of your life is what it looks like is going to be happening over here. There is going to be some sort of envy. Okay, I didn't show you up close here. We have the Page of Cups for your receive. We have the Nine of Pentacles. There's like a very independent, sovereign energy. But then we have the Nine of Swords. When I see like kind of that combination and how energy is moving towards you, I feel a little bit like you, if this reading is resonating for you up to this point, you are the kind of person that does, if it's a healthy connection, you function really well in like soulmate connections. So I do feel like there's a point here where you end a soulmate or a karmic connection, and you're this Nine of Pentacles, looking after yourself, doing it really well. Again, the Nine of Pentacles is someone who looks really, really good. They're doing all the right things for themselves. They have the stability. They have the independence. They have the organization for their world to be functioning really, really well. But then this Nine of Swords, there is a period of overthinking, being worried about the worst case scenario, but then it's followed by the Empress. So it doesn't feel like that happens for very long. And the Empress is the full empowerment. I feel like you really come into your full empowerment. The Empress is, really it's kind of like the divine feminine. It is a divine feminine energy. The embodiment of all the queens in the tarot. And it feels like it could be connected to this new romantic cycle. This new romantic cycle for you could actually end up being another committed relationship. So why is the Nine of Swords here? Why is the Nine of Swords here? With a World. Yeah, okay. So a major ending. So even just getting comfortable with this new reality that is going to be yours. The new reality of this independence that you are claiming. So there is an ending, which I'm seeing here for you with all these Justice cards. And then it's interesting because then we have the Knight of Pentacles and the King of Pentacles. It kind of feels like, for some of you, that even though you may have been in a connection in the past, that for whatever reason it needed to come to some sort of an end or a closure, that you still are almost wondering, is there like someone out there for me? I'm so sorry, guys. I know a lot of the people that come to my channel are looking for deeper spiritual readings, but I mean, it's kind of telling me what it's telling me. So there's the anxiety, and maybe it takes time, or it seems like it's taking a long time, but I don't know. You just finished something in 2021 and you're starting something again. So it seems kind of quick to me, but... So the Empress. Tell us more about the Empress. Oh, no. I think I know what that is. The Empress. You have the Devil, the Two of Pentacles, and the Eight of Pentacles. You know what I get right away from this too is the anxiety. I almost see like two emotions playing out for you in 2021. I feel like you are, and like there are some people that are just, they enjoy being in committed relationships. They enjoy having that intimate connection with someone. they enjoy the idea of growing old with someone and having a person in your life to do that. I feel a little bit like that is you, or at least what's kind of coming out here, or how you're going to maybe be feeling moving into 2021. But there is almost like some hesitancy with this. I really feel like there's definitely a very, very, very strong possibility that you'll be coming into some sort of romantic connection in 2021 that has an awful lot of potential of being a long-term committed relationship. But with the Devil and the Two of Pentacles here, I feel like there's because the Empress is sitting, it's clarifying the Empress, and she's sitting beside this Nine of Pentacles, which is the overthinking, the anxiety, worst case scenarios. I feel a little bit like there might be some anxiety about, you know, a committed relationship feeling or eventually becoming toxic with the Devil. And the Two of Pentacles, there's different things that need to be balanced in this situation moving forward. You guys have a lot to think about in 2021. With the Eight of Pentacles here, though, I feel very much like if you are meeting someone in 2021, I feel like this person will put the work in, and it will in some way encourage you or feel like it's worth putting the work in. But there is going to be some sort of fear of it becoming toxic, or it might become toxic. Codependency. Yeah, you guys have such a different reading from what I've done so far. I want to look at what's underneath everything right now for you. You have She Who Nurtures, empathy, gentleness, and insight. I think that's a really strong indication. Like, really take the time in 2021 to nurture yourself. It feels like your life is going to change. It's going to move a lot in 2021. There's going to be a lot of movement. If it has felt stagnant, that's not going to last very long. Wow. Check this out. You have the yin and the yang on the bottom. Wow, your bottom is really interesting. Your tush is really interesting. Your underlying cards are really interesting. You have the yin and the yang. Okay. I kind of like to say, like, that is maybe divine feminine, divine masculine energy going on here. It's definitely a balance in your own energy. Energy's coming into a balance. If things have felt very retracted, things have felt very retracted, they're going to be very expansive in 2021. Then you have the attachment card, removing the labels that you saw yourself, removing who you were, and looking at yourself in a very new way in 2021. We have indecision. There's going to be some choices to be made for you. It's a little bit coming to the crossroads, because it does feel like something ends for you. So the choice will, which way do I go now? Maybe that's part of the anxiety. But I think part of the anxiety might be a new connection that you come towards. But this new connection seems like, you know, with this freedom, unrestrained liberation, sitting beside the Hierophant, that it's not toxic, but you're worried about that. So then we have the Angel of Strength. Okay, it's a little bit like the Strength card, but it's also being protected and guided. And then you have the Thinking Man and the Happy Family. So I think there's definitely the potential there for you to be moving into a new connection that could be long-term, but you will, with the Thinking Man and the Nine of Swords, you will be putting a lot of thought into this. This is not something that I feel like you will be rushing into, like, and it's not rushing. Like the Knight of Pentacles is here with the King of Pentacles, so it's kind of wanting to take things slow and see where it goes, is what I'm feeling like for you. The card at the bottom of the Moonology deck is have faith in your dreams. So have faith in yourself too while you're negotiating all of these changes. And oh, there we go. There's the World. And the Three of Pentacles is at the bottom after that. But the World card. And that's what we have here. The World card that's sitting with the Nine of Swords. Sits in between the Nine of Pentacles to the Nine of Swords. could be some of the anxiety too, going from the Nine of Pentacles into the Empress. What sits between your Nine of Pentacles and the Empress? Because the Empress could be like the wife, the mother. It could be someone who's, you could also look at it as the Emperor card. It could be the husband, the father. But the Nine of Pentacles is a very singular energy, but there's anxiety that sits between these two. I am going to pull for the new romantic cycle. Let's pull a card out for you for that. Because that is the most significant emotional moment for you. A new romantic cycle for Taurus in 2021. A new romantic cycle for Taurus. Wow, it's a Four of Wands. I told you guys. I know some of you say, Cindy, I don't know. No, you don't know what's going to happen in the next. Oh, where are we now? November? Oh, that's too many cards. That's like a mittful. Anything else with the Four of Wands? Anything else for Taurus? The Eight of Cups. Yeah, I feel like it's going to be... You're going to need to think about this. I really do feel like you're going to need to think about it, but it really has a potential for you to be something that is very long term. You're going to have to be the one to decide whether you think this can become toxic or not. Or if you think that there's some sort of codependency in connection with it. But this new romantic cycle with the Four of Wands is definitely, this is a soulmate that you're coming into conjunction with. How you choose to negotiate and move forward with that soulmate is completely up to you. But it is sort of playing out. And when I say playing out, this is a little bit based on the decisions that you're making in your life moving forward, that this person is making in their life moving forward, and just how the energy of the universe is playing out. That this will come to you in what feels like a romantic connection. So I have to laugh because the Three of Wands and the Ace of Pentacles is on the bottom. It's kind of like, so get ready to watch for the shift and the change in your energy for a new beginning here. The shift and the change in your energy for a new beginning. That was a very unexpected. I didn't expect to get a reading quite so specific like that for you guys, but it is what it is. And I'm going to go do the extended. It's a success spread with 5 tarot cards, and I clarify all of them for you to have and work towards success in 2021. Thank you so much, Taurus. Until next time, do be gentle with yourselves. Bye.